Remember, it's your responsibility to expect this to be a great day. You know, I was thinking about a lesson I learned from one of my martial arts instructors that I think has great application beyond the scope of martial arts, either in business or in life, actually. And it was this idea, we were having this conversation when we were training, and he said, you know, Earl, one of the things that often give Asian fighters an advantage over Western fighters is in the difference in their thinking. And he went on to say that Western fighters tend to have this belief that they need to master every single technique to be an expert or to be a master or to be champion. And he says that Asian fighters tend to believe that if they can just master a single technique, it would probably be enough to make them a champion. And he said the funny thing is that even in Western sports, most champions are known for a single thing, a single move or a signature move. And so he said that although we don't adopt this type of thinking, in the real world it plays out that way. That all it really takes is to master a single technique, and that usually is enough of a differentiator to propel you way ahead of the rest of the field. So I'm going to ask you, you know, in relation to your expressed goals, what are your absolute strengths? What is your signature move? What is your secret weapon? What's your personal strength? And I'm going to ask you how much time you spend on making that thing better as opposed to building up the other areas of your life that might not be as good. For those that know me, they know I've adopted a personal philosophy that basically says, you know, play to your strength as hard and as heavy as you can. Yeah, it's a great idea to round your skill set out, but at the end of the day, the thing that's going to make you a winner will probably be your expertise on a single thing. But you will be so much better than the rest of the world on that one thing that you will, in the context of your goal, be a champion. Stated a different way from a different martial artist. I know martial arts just seems to have be a good metaphor for this idea of focus. But I heard a different martial artist explain it. He said that he is much less afraid of a fighter that has trained 1,000 hours on 10 different techniques than he is afraid of a martial artist that has spent 1,000 hours on a single technique. He said the person that spent that much time on a single technique you probably couldn't beat him. So my challenge for you today is to look around at your career, your life, your ventures, the areas of your life you are focusing on, and ask yourself, just when you focus on those areas, are you playing to your natural strengths? Are you enhancing your strengths, even taking them to a higher level? Or are you spending a large amount of your time focusing on what you perceive to be your weaknesses? My 2 cents and something for you to ponder is, what if your natural strengths or your natural talents could be treated like a gift, maybe from a higher power, and your weaknesses might be maybe you should treat them as things pointed out by man, by people around you that may or may not have your best interests at heart. Food for thought, as I encourage you to expect a great day. See ya.